Hello again and welcome to another video. So this is a continuation on, and this is entitled Stark Parallels Part 3, which is drawing on the comparison between Jim Jones and the governing body. And the documentary about Jones continued saying that the People's Temple Church Services was an interracial group from diverse backgrounds. And you got to remember also what was in the mix was America at that time was particularly racist. So black people naturally thought that they were entering into a spiritual paradise. So there was an interracial choir. The children were involved. Remember that song they sang? Welcome, welcome all of you. Welcome to you. So the services were vibrant. As a former member said, they had life, they had soul, they had power. And after a few songs, the whole place was lit up. Something's got a hold on me. Oh yes, indeed, I say something got a hold on me, yeah. I want you to know I went to a meeting last night and my heart wasn't right. So with the congregation whipped up into a hysteria, by the time Jones came out to do his speech, the table had been set. They were all ripe for manipulation. I represent divine principles, total equality, a society where people hold all things in common, where there is no rich or poor, where there are no races, wherever there's people struggling for justice and righteousness, there I am, and there I am involved. So, Jehovah's Witnesses are an international brotherhood with over 100,000 congregations worldwide. The musicians within World HQ at Warwick, USA, are superb. The music that's produced is very moving. Now, of course, those aren't the traits of a cult. However, the manipulation tactics that the governing body use, along with their close helpers, are. Jones said that I represent divine principles. Wherever there's people struggling for justice and righteousness, there I am. All self-promotion. And by the governing body saying to the brotherhood to trust them, they elevate themselves above Jesus, just like Jones did, and those 8 men put themselves on an equal footing with Jehovah God himself. Now they fit perfectly the incredible fulfillment of Bible prophecy deep in this time of the end, found at 2 Thessalonians 2, 3 and 4. Let's read that together, please. So that's 2 Thessalonians 2, 3 and 4. And it reads there, it says, let no one seduce you in any manner, because it will not come unless the apostasy comes first, and the man of lawlessness gets revealed, the son of destruction. He is set in opposition and lifts himself up over everyone who is called God or an object of reverence, so that he sits down in the temple of the God, publicly showing himself to be a god. Now, please Google cult research by Dr. Yanya Lalish. So that's her Christian name, or his, well, I think it's a she. It's spelled Julia Alpha November, Julia Alpha. The surname is Lima Alpha Lima, Indigo Charlie, Hotel. And what you'll see there, you'll see a commentary on each trait of a cult. And the governing body tick all the boxes. So Because of the governing body, the Jehovah's Witness religion has sadly become the most dangerous cult in the world. They're not like Jim Jones, who was one cult leader. They've got a bare minimum of 8, because all of their close helpers are cult leaders too, as they're the 8 men's faithful lieutenants. Jones was a master manipulator, just like the narcissistic, evil governing body apostates. It's an art form for them. One classic example that immediately springs to my mind is the annual convention of 2021. Now, on Saturday afternoon at 3:20, the feature Bible drama about Daniel was shown. It was an hour long. Now, with the audience still mesmerised, at 4:20 p.m, governing body member David Splain took to the stage to deliver an absolutely diabolical damage control talk about child abuse for half an hour, entitled "Put Up a Hard Fight for the Faith." It made my bile rise. Not once did the word child abuse pass his lips, and the verbal diarrhea that he was coming out with, like, if you're not guilty of a crime that you're charged with, it's best to settle out of court. Absolutely outrageous. Now, please go on jw.org and watch that talk and see it for yourself. Tap in David Splain, "Put Up a Hard Fight for the Faith." Have a sick bag handy. If there's any Jehovah's Witnesses who are watching this video, and go on jw.org and listen to that talk by David Splain and see absolutely nothing wrong with it, you deserve to be in a cult. One of the theme scriptures for that talk was Proverbs 14:15. Now let's read that together, please, because it's very interesting. That's Proverbs 14, verse 15. Reads there, it says, "Anyone inexperienced or naive puts faith in every word, but the shrewd one considers his steps." Now, those control freak psychopaths strongly discourage any Jehovah's Witness from doing research outside material provided by jw.org, which flies in the face of scriptures such as Acts 17:11, which talks about the Bereans, who the Apostle Paul commended because they didn't take what he was saying to them at face value. They investigated, which is what we should all be doing, and which the scriptures clearly admonish us to do. Turn with me, please, to Proverbs 27 and verse 12. It reads there, it says, "The shrewd one that has seen the calamity has concealed himself. The inexperienced that have passed along have suffered the penalty." Another scripture we'll look at, 1 John 4, verse 1. I remember I recently went up to the cart in my local area, and there was a couple of sisters on the cart, and I said, all I said was, "Can you please read 1 John 4:1? And the sister said, "Go away, John." Oh, charming, very Christian. Right, so before I read this, the governing body themselves say that they are neither divinely inspired or infallible. Now, proof of that is if you go on the Watchtower Study Edition, 2017, February, and it's entitled "Who is Leading God's People Today?" and it's in paragraph 12. So that's what they've said themselves. Right, so this is what 1 John 4 verse 1 reads. It says, "Beloved ones, do not believe every inspired expression, but test the inspired expressions to see whether they originate with God, because many false prophets have gone forth into the world." The reason why the governing body don't want you to look at anything outside of jw.org is because they don't originate with Jehovah, they're Satan's children, and they're also false prophets. I'll leave you now to have a think about that, please. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you hopefully soon for the next video. I don't know how many stark parallel videos I'll end up doing. You might want to hold a sweepstake for that as well, as I've only covered barely 8 minutes of the Jim Jones documentary, which is 1 hour and 25 minutes long. So bear with me, please. So thank you for watching, my dear viewers, and hopefully see you again soon. All the best. Bye.